My fellow communicators, I have some frustrating news. Despite our advanced degrees, many of us have never been taught what is arguably the most important fundamental of communication. We're taught things like grammar, language, and syntax. We're taught how to organize thoughts and ideas into long, complex papers. We're taught rhetoric based on more than 2,400-year-old perspectives. But most of us are never taught how to communicate to create understanding. Most of us are never taught how communication dances with decision-making in the mind and how to not dance like Carlton. Most of us are never exposed to the insights that the science fields have uncovered about human communication preferences. Even with all the experiences we've gained in the advanced evolutionary moment in history that we are in, we continue to communicate blindly as both a profession and as a species. After 20 years running a strategic communication and public relations agency that applies behavioral science to our profession, I can no longer stay silent. I've seen too many young communication professionals spend $150,000 on a communication degree, yet not know how to communicate in any way to connect with another human being. I've watched too many seasoned communication pros make what are, to the sciences, incredibly obvious communication mistakes that ended up costing them dearly, sometimes even their careers. I've seen how incalculably high the price of misunderstood communication can be to entrepreneurs, leaders, companies, countries, and equally so to citizens, seniors, children, parents, anyone and everyone on the receiving end of confusing communication when it matters. We're long overdue for an intentional shift in the communication industry to create with behavioral awareness. The negative consequences of misunderstanding are so exponentially multiplied in our hyper-connected, overstimulated world, it is irresponsible to communicate, leaving our behavioral influence as an unintended side effect when this knowledge is available. Because without engaging others to intentionally have a positive influence, we run the risk of pushing people over a cliff with the very same words intended to lead them away from it. Put these glasses on with me. You're going to see it too. To communicate with sensitivity to the influence that your words have on behavior, emotion, decision-making, that's the kind thing to do. The pen is mightier than the sword indeed, for the pen can restore, rebuild, and create. Every day, there's new negative news and information spread that at its core came from miscomprehensions that an understanding of communication's behavioral impact could have avoided. How many wounds and divides and divisions and deaths root from the unintended consequences of communicating without knowing really truly how it hits that other person? As the old saying goes, when you know better, you do better. Well, we know better now. And I propose that it's the responsibility of mass communication creators to create with an awareness of the triggers, biases, and the behavioral minefields that they're maneuvering. Because we are maneuvering them whether or not we are aware of it. Communication has a behavioral impact whether or not we are aware of it or we involve ourselves with it. We didn't have this knowledge before, but now that we do, for the love of thy neighbor, please pick up a trail map. We call creating communication from this perspective the practice of behavioral communication. And the trail map is neuropsychological engagement. My lifetime of work's been combining insights from the behavioral and cognitive sciences, such as psychology, neuroscience, with the practice of professional communication. Creating communication strategies based on insights locked in the science journals has been the secret to my success. It's how my firm has taken companies from tiny unknown enterprises to $750 million acquisitions. It's how we've launched unknown enterprises on Good Morning America, 60 Minutes, or the cover of Time. It's why awards for our team's work led me to be invited to ring the opening bell at NASDAQ with my face on the Times Square Jumbotron, which is quite freaky in all reality. For nearly 20 years, I've been testing and applying human behavior and motivation science to improve communication in a way that works for new ideas and for unknown brands, as well as it does for household names and rutted, ingrained patterns. That work has uncovered quite the system of engagement, and that is the system we call neuropsychological engagement, NPE, or the science of engagement. It's a system that we tirelessly research, develop, test, and refine because otherwise, the fields of human science and communication are not combined. The practice of neuropsychological engagement, or NPE, officially makes communication both an art and a science. NPE is the beginning of the first attempt to fully map human communication preferences based on intelligence revealed by the sciences. It equips us to consistently create communication, professionally or interpersonally, that engages the conscious and non-conscious mind simultaneously to deepen comprehension. It also gives us the tools to limit the interference of bias and backfire and decision fatigue and cognitive overload that are actively fighting you with swords in this crushingly noisy world. We can only see a portion of the map today, but it's enough to shift everything in communication in a remarkable way. And every day we learn more, the sciences discover more, and the map keeps growing. I passionately love communicating with the certainty of behavioral communication, NPE, and the science of engagement because I essentially owe the success of my life's work to it. Developing a map to contour communication so that it connects with the mind has given us powerful clarity and an advantage. It helped us immediately shift a Fortune 10 brand's retirement product messaging from turning people off and not wanting to save for retirement to instead encouraging them to save. I'm proud of that. It helped us evolve international perception of the nation of Rwanda to increase foreign investments for its entrepreneurs. I'm proud of that too. It's helped us guide single mompreneur to create a product so successful that it's been in the hands of the world's biggest celebrities and on the pages of everything from Vogue Paris to BuzzFeed and hundreds of other leading media outlets. And you know why I'm most proud of that? Because the success of her communication is in direct proportion to how well she can provide for her daughter and the life she can give her. There's precious few things to me that are more rewarding than that. I long ago accepted my place as the unusual communication professional who crossed the line into math and science side of the world. For years, I've been the only professional communicator at the behavioral science and neuroscience conferences, other than those from some of the largest advertising firms in the world. But as I've come back and shared these insights with my team, then tested and refined them in our work before teaching them to our clients and our peers, one thing's become abundantly clear. The profession of communication is ready for a full-blown behavioral communication movement. A behavioral communication movement wherein those of us who hold pens, microphones, or keyboards with a respectable amount of reach, we create with awareness and sensitivity to how our creations interact with the mind, with behavior, and with choice. A behavioral communication movement where we create from the seat of our audience rather than the seat of ourselves. A movement where we apply what the sciences have revealed about human engagement and improve how we engage because of it. Because when we do, we connect more authentically. We help others hear us over all the noise in this chaotic world. We better accomplish the entire point of communication in the first place. And we create comprehension. When we create comprehension, the ripple effect that we have on others is more equipped then to help connect than it is to divide. Join us in the behavioral communication movement. Involve yourself with the full impact of your words. Communication is at an incredible tipping point of transformation, and thankfully so, as the opportunity to be a positive influence has never been needed more. I'll see you in class.